This is Xora Lou, the County Vixen, live here at LAWDIWOOD. Ready review. What's up? ReddyBeats.
Chilling. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just chilling one day at a time, man. I was enjoying
Yep.
my donut and fried chicken, but you rushing me.
Yeah, I saw the fried chicken move. I said, "What in the world?" Got the whole fried chicken. Was it was Royal Farms?
Nah, Vera Farms, bro.
Big Ma cooking chicken.
Big Mom cooking chicken, bro.
That's what's up. I like that
Hey,
sweatshirt.
hey, man, I appreciate you. When the mail ain't backed up, I'll mail out some more stuff, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, well, I got paying customers. They stuff getting there a month later. Like, I ain't giving out no refunds, bro. Be
Nah, I
patient
feel
with
that.
me, man. All right. So who we rolling with today, man?
Shit, let me go to the list.
It look like you sent me what? Baby Chris 2K?
Yeah, Baby Chris 2K, hard for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the first one I sent to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I know you was lying, but you know we trying to get things done because we got some schedules to keep. Baby Chris 2K hard for me. Now, why'd you pick this track?
Just the vibe of it. He from Atlanta, so I was like, let me showcase somebody from Atlanta.
What side of town he from?
He said he from Bankhead, Zone 1.
Okay, that explains. Almost sound like a little future to me, but you know that's because people say you sound like somebody when they come before your time. You know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I mean, I'm rocking with it. I just think the maybe the music or the mix might have been too loud, kind of smothering his vocals. But it was a
Yeah,
nice
I could
track,
hear
well
it.
put together. Lyricism was pretty decent and whatnot. I mean, at this point, I was just like, it's kind of. I had to struggle between finding out what was his ad libs and what was the actual verse. So maybe me following the track was kind of cluttered by, the production of the beat not being mixed properly with the vocals. So
I feel you on that.
yeah, but other than that, I can rock with it. I wasn't a Future fan, so I really, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of him, but this does have an audience for that type of music.
Yeah,
So,
I got you.
yeah. Okay.
I feel you on that one.
Moving on. Is Thui? How you pronounce that?
Ty.
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 So the U is
Ty.
silent.
Yeah, you know how it is in Asian culture. The Thai.
Okay, I thought it was a
She's
light
an
skinned girl
Asian female.
with some bundles in her head. I ain't even put
Nah. She Asian, so you know.
that. Okay. All right, let's see what she rocking with. And you got this playing on Audio Mac. Hopefully, we don't have no commercials, but we're gonna
Nah, it probably will be a commercial.
we're gonna test it out. Let's see, Thigh. The Way. When you always love with your feelings, 'cause I know that I'm the only thing that's on your mind. You don't ever make me worry if you're in mind. Yeah, love you when I'm wise for me. Baby, take your time, keep your hands on me. I'm so excited. Will you get the way I'm riding? I love the way. You got me weak and you love me strong. You got me right, you can go wrong. Something about the way you move. Something about your attitude. Every because it's me. The way you touch me, that's all I know you can. And If 3LW was a person, it would be Thigh.
Oh, you stupid.
I can feel her vibe. You know, that's coming back. You know, keep it a little subtle. You know, she like the edited version of Janae Aiko, because I'm like, yo, I didn't know what a coochie fairy was until I heard the song. Like, whoa. But no, definitely, I can rock with the vibes and whatnot. You know, what she got, the West Coast style?
Yeah, she from the West Coast.
Okay, got you. I got you. I can rock with it. All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yep.
I mean, but you know, you added her because you trying to bring R&B back, or like how you
yeah, it's R&B. She was Asian and she was singing. Like, you know, pop. You know, K-pop is popping. So you know, it's only right that people Asians over here in America get their opportunity too. So you know,
I feel you.
Janae Aiko can't be the only one. You know.
I'm just saying, man. If 3LW was a group, there they go. I heard like all three of them in just one harmony. Like, okay, I feel you.
Real.
Yeah, it's cheaper for one than three. I'm just playing, man. Okay, we gonna move on. Who we got next? It's MU9K.
Yeah, Moo 9K. I think he go by Moo 9K.
Moo 9K.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Who Knows? Produced by Zach Vog and Bailey Daniels. Okay. All right, let's see what he's working with.
Bad fade, ain't paid for the most gracious, I can't fade. Juggling away the trouble and fade, my hand graze. This ain't the shit that you can band-aid. See, I be searching for the Lord before I rampage. Cause every time I heard a lie, that shit was man-made. Ready for that real and sick of niggas with them tan braids. But it's hard to man and get that man paid. See, I ain't tripping, play the hand space. See, I advance ways you ain't ever seen. My life ain't like man, but you niggas ain't never dreamed. Saved on my thoughts since I was 17 and had a scheme to get you there. Talking toxic tendencies, okay, I want you there. We talking wasted memories, okay, I fit you there. Cause when I was when you exposed, to try to hit you there. Try to hit you there. Oh, when you exposed, to try to hit you there. Yeah. And this ain't just some sad shit. I can see the riches, even though I barely had shit. I can see the boys start the boss and get your eyes kicked a couple times and spit a couple calls and turn to bad shit. Yeah.
Move 9K, Who Knows? I guess it's one of those subtle vibes and whatnot. I can't remember that guy's name he reminded me of. You remember the dude Trill Hunter used to sound like? What was the dude's name? He used to do those not really like a freestyle. Yeah, technically a freestyle with no hook type song. What's the guy's name? He's deceased right now.
MF Doom?
Probably so. He kind of remind me of him or whatnot.
Okay.
It's one of those chill, laid back driving, you know, get the classic car, you know. I could vibe with it. I like the instrumentals. The producers did a good job. Now,
yeah, I just want to showcase some hero hip hop. So, you know, we got to start doing some more of that too.
I agree. So, you know. I mean, I wanted to play longer of the songs, but as you can see, you know, these artists, even though they're independent, they're registering their music, you know, the trademarks and copyright and all stuff like that. I mean, I don't want our videos keep getting flagged on YouTube. We're not monetizing off of them. However, you know, I'm glad. That's a plus, just to know that they are knowledgeable what they need to do with their music. However, I'm honestly, his track, I know for a fact he would have to put out a more commercialized song before he could break with this track. You know what I mean? Because this is one of those, like, I'm a diehard fan, or, you know, I already know who he is. I'm playing it. I'm buying it off, you know, Apple Music just because, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, lyricism was good, well mixed. Definitely liked the content. And the visual was cool. So.
You know, yeah, the best market for him would be like a college market, you know, get the college radio stations, you know. They always they got plenty of free time, so they always listen to music.
Just like how
so it's something to vibe to.
Yeah, exactly how Wiz Khalifa got started. He hit all the college circuits, you know, because I remember I think it was back in like, I don't know, maybe early 2010. This was getting an interview at the station I was working at, so it was all good. I had a chance to meet them. I didn't do their interview because I was just running the station at the time. I wasn't doing the hip hop interviews. So.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Reddy, let's talk about management real quick for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, artist management.
Yeah.
Anything in particular you want to start with, or you know?
I mean, of course, we just covered, you know, artists, managers, as well as being knowledgeable of your artists and their talent. What how, I didn't necessarily have management, but I thought, managers are supposed to, find the artist resources or whatnot, or
Mhm.
um, if they are self-investing, they get like a higher split when it comes to like show booking and stuff like that. But how do you feel about a manager who always tells the artist, "Oh, you gotta pay me to do this, you gotta pay me to do that," but it's not actually paying for the product, paying for like a service, like, and then they back in getting, the 20% booking or 15, depending on what it is, right? How you feel about that?
Don't go for it. Like don't spend your bread on the manager to help you get somewhere. Like that ain't the way to go. It is not the way to go. That money could have gone to a video, promo, marketing,
Publicist.
yeah, PR, publicist, anything else. But don't just pay the manager. You only need a manager to help you handle business for you, especially if you got something going on.
Right, right.
That's the only time you need a manager is when you got something going on, or you need somebody to say no. You can't a middleman basically. Like you don't. The artist has to be like in a bubble basically. So you need a manager like Jay-Z and Dame Dash. Dame Dash used to go and tear people's heads off, and Jay-Z used to fall back, and play the I'm nice, this and that.
Right.
So Dame would just go crazy for Jay-Z all the time. So that's why you need a manager for them to be the no man to say, nah, we're not doing that. Fight for the artist. That's what you need.
Right.
Have something going on. But make sure you have something going on before you start seeking out a manager. And don't come paying somebody to handle business for you and they do a little bit here, a little bit there. I'd rather you get with a record label than get with a manager if you're gonna do all that. If you're gonna spend your bread like that.
Right. Last week we touched on split sheets. Do you think managers are supposed to be handling that too?
No.
Yeah. So it's just basically artists and producers come to agreement.
Yeah, artists and producers for sure. The managers can get involved to help out, but they shouldn't be the ones handling your business like in that situation. They shouldn't be the one handling your business. Like if you had an agreement with the producers and the songwriters that, hey, I get 30% off the record off top, then y'all split the rest of it. That's how it is. So Beyonce says she want 50% of the record. You ain't gonna tell her no, because you want those streams and all that you want all that. So artists should be able to handle that by themselves. If they can't, then you get your manager involved. Sometimes the managers can get involved and get kind of funny with the money. They might want percentages of it. Sometimes the manager will bring their producers or their songwriters in on your project so they can get more of the money, because they're gonna get a cut of the producer and what they make. So you just got to be wary of that. So you might think you're putting out the best product, but your manager might be trying to siphon off some of the project for his people too. So you just got to be wary of that stuff like that.
Now, this is an odd question, but how do you feel if a manager is approached with a 360 deal for his artist, and then him this the little wild card, him knowing his artist is not ready to go mainstream for 2 years? How do you feel about a 360 deal for somebody who's still in development?
It depends on if the label's gonna get behind you. It's good for you because you can always renegotiate.
Because they don't have nothing going on, or what?
Yeah, because you ain't got nothing going on, but they're not gonna wait on you. So you might get on there and you still need more time to go, and you might be sidelined. And after that, nobody else want to touch you. So it's good for exposure, but you have to be ready. And if the label's ready to push you, they're gonna push you because they want that money back that they put into you. So it's good, but
now
sometimes it's just about the bag.
Based on some of the managers working off of the artist budget or whatnot, and not personally getting paid until the artist gets a book show or whatnot, what do you think the breakdown? What's a fair breakdown? Say a manager works for a whole year with an artist and they get 3 major shows, right? That 1 year. Hold on a second. I'm on the show. What?
I'm busy from 1:30 to 2 o'clock.
Yo, almost got light skin on. Let me not.
I thought you was gonna mute the mic for a minute.
Yeah, LAWDIWOOD.
And cut the camera.
Nah, well, on some real talk, how do you feel? Like, what do you think what percentage they deserve if they got, like, say 3 major shows in that 1 year, and the artists, all they was paying for was maybe studio time, and at the end of the day, who do you think might get the short end of the stick? Does it level out because the artists pay for studio time and mixing?
Nah. If your contract says the manager gets 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%, they're gonna have to get their money. That's what the contract says. If y'all ain't got no contract in place, it's just y'all gonna be grinding out until y'all get there. But a lot of times, people switch up on managers real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Artists switch up on managers real quick, so that's why you gotta be worried about that too.
What if a manager says, "Hey, this ain't no pay in this gig. It's an open opportunity. I ain't getting paid. You ain't getting paid, but you need the exposure, right?" Mm-hmm. And the artist is like, "Nah, I ain't doing nothing for free." And then the manager like, "Well, bro, ain't nobody booking you no way." You know what I'm saying? So then the artist turn around, talking trash and say he wants to switch up on the manager. Who was in the wrong? Like
the artist is being hard headed. If you ain't popping, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to get exposure. Mm-hmm. If it's free, that's the best thing. If it's free, you ain't paying to perform.
Right.
If you ain't paying to perform and you're not getting paid to perform, it's okay to perform for free. You don't know who you can meet in that crowd or who gonna be in that room. You might meet a producer you want to work with. You might meet another artist you can collab with. You don't know who you're gonna meet, so you got to get out there and expose yourself to people.
Yeah, it might be some new fans in there that can buy your tracks.
Exactly, and that's my whole issue. People is like, "Yo, if you gotta do an open mic, go do an open mic. It's not that big of a deal, Joe. Just go do it. There's no point in you being in Atlanta, like I'm saying for Atlanta, for example, being in Atlanta, and you ain't doing open mics. They got the same ones every week.
Right.
You ain't even got to pay for some of these. You got to get out there. I see if you paying for like to be on A3C, like if you want or South by Southwest, you got to pay to get on one of those shows. Cool.
Indirect marketing.
Yeah. If you got to pay to get on one of those shows, cool. Because that's what they do. They make you pay to get on those shows. You don't know who's going to be in the crowds.
I remember in Atlanta, they had those open mics where people paying $250 or $300 in front of people who kept, selling them pipe dreams and stuff like that. Like, I think it's best to, do your research about what you're going to spend your money on. And it's better.
True.
I'd rather you pay for radio spins, publications and stuff like that, or placements, than go pay over $50 to do an open mic. It might be a competition, but what are you winning? If you're going to win studio time with a certain producer, or the beat still ain't free, like you got to really know the ins and outs. I just think sometimes when people say, "Oh, I don't need no manager, he ain't doing nothing," well, you got to give them the product to do something, and just pick somebody that really knows what they're doing. What do you think qualifies someone to be a manager of a music artist?
It just depends. It depends on what level manager it is. Is it a manager to get you with the majors? Is it a manager to be your road manager? Is a manager just when you're starting out to handle your day-to-day work, whatever? It just depends on what level it is. Like if it's a major, he got to be able to have major connections, be able to know people, know producers, all that stuff, so that say you need this, he got to be able to make a phone call and get it done for you.
Right.
Because you're working on a major level. If it's just a day-to-day manager to handle your everyday activities and stuff, take phone calls and stuff, that can be anybody. But they got to be able to know what they're doing, though. And you got to make sure that you trust them and they're going to have your best interest. Because if they say, say you booking shows, usually you charge $5,000 for the show. He might charge $7,000 and take two off the top and then still get his money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be worried about that as well. And then road managers got to be able to handle the road as far as make sure the money get paid before y'all perform and the money get paid after the show. Any of that stuff got to be taken care of. So it's just different levels of managers. Okay. You just got to know what they know what they're doing.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So other than that, any story time ready, or you ready to wrap it up? I mean, as far as management,
I some more time. Huh? Not just, and I want to talk to artists too, as far as about listening, because it's like if you after you've seen it done so many times, okay, this is what we need to do. get this one song. We're gonna work this one song. We're gonna get your best song. We're gonna work it until we get another song that's hot. We're gonna work that one.
Right.
It's just artists gotta listen. Like they can't believe that it's just I throw this out there and I'm just gonna pop off tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a building blocks. It's a roadmap. The bumpy road. It's hills and valleys. All that's gonna happen to you. So you just gotta be in it and understand. Like, okay, it's gonna take me some time to get there. Like, you gotta build a fan base, connect with people, and it's just I feel like people feel like they just do this one thing and that's good enough, and that might not be it for you.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So let's talk about Lottie's experience as far as being an artist. What would you feel like you lacked as far as like management or in general? What was you lacking?
I mean, I really didn't have a manager that, focused solely on me. Like when I did become a part of different music groups or whatever, I still felt like I had to pull too much weight as an artist. I I was how I put it. I always had to figure out, timing, like getting my hair done, my nails done, um, finding time to write, finding time to record. I pretty much manage myself, but my downfall of not having a manager is when, people approach me about certain like situations and doing business. I came off as, oh, that's that light skinned bitch with an attitude. I didn't come off as oh, we're gonna cakewalk over her or swindle her out of money or publishing and all stuff like that. So I think the manager would have did me some good because it would have kept people from figuring out that, I'm the brains of the operation. I tried to set up a manager and coach him how to, manage me. He ended up, that's how he wanted to manage other people because they was paying for him after he started getting a little juice or whatever. So he dipped on me after I taught him the game. So, I mean, it's just what it is, I mean, if you feel like you outgrow me, that's cool. But especially when I was told, oh, this person, like, say, this is a true story. Say a guy from Block Entertainment called my manager and say, hey, we're interested in her, but she got to change up how she look. She need, stop being so clean with the lyrics or whatever. And, we're gonna give her a deal, but I mean, she ain't gonna have enough money to record music, but we're still gonna sign, right? And they offered him money to talk me into the deal. I said, bro, you could have took that and gave me some of your cut that you was getting, even though it's a shiesty deal. You feel me? Because I already knew 2-year development based on who I was around. I was meeting all these, like I met when 300 Entertainment was really starting out. They was hiding around in Richmond, Virginia back when my senior year in college, right? So I was at their studios. I did meet with a lot of major producers and stuff like that, but everybody couldn't mix my voice. I really didn't have, I guess I really just needed someone to be a support as in day to day. Because if I had to go find money to do everything and work, it cut into my time. Man. For me, I don't think I could have been an artist because I can't be anybody's puppet. Sure. Somebody telling you, oh, you need to show up at this time. Oh, we paid you. Why you late? Or I'd be like, well, I got to take care of something with my mom. They'd be like, we don't care. We paid you $75,000. You need to be here. Like, I couldn't be that. Mm-hmm. Because I always going to choose myself over the world, if that makes sense.
I feel you on that.
And then they want me to change my lyrics. They're like, oh, we like your song, but you need to change this word, change that word, change this sentence. You wear too much clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
It is what it is. Yeah. But I mean, hey, I had a manager. I was coaching him, and he decided to dip. Then I had another manager. He was just releasing tracks, and I ain't even know about it till it was out there. And I'm like, bro, that ain't even mine yet. Or I ain't get that beat clear. Like, what you doing? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I had a lot of opportunities and experiences and stuff like that just by being independent. Some of the places I performed at, based on me knowing how to do PR work, knowing how to submit music, especially when you showed me how to do like radio submissions, music submissions and stuff like that. And then I learned from my internship, how to do the PR work. I mean, I pretty much was doing my own thing. And then I think if we didn't take on strays and develop a label instead of pushing ourselves first, you know how you can't drink from a cup you know how they say the cupping is half full or the cup half empty or whatever. When you keep pouring out your cup and then you realize you only got like a drop left, it's like you're using up your resources to help other people, but then they're not pouring back into the cup. So I feel like I should share my resources with people. Right now, there's somebody who still uses my resources, but I don't really get the respect I deserve. You know how you remember said build an artist. Well, we've done that, and even people we had a pleasure working with the intern back at when we was what studio was that Reddy?
Music Box.
Yeah, I mean we worked with some of those people. I mean I don't even know where they at to this day. But at the end of the day, being able to impact people's lives with the knowledge I had that I couldn't use, that was a changing point for me. But definitely, I mean, management is definitely key. But I made sure I was where I need to be. And somebody was like, well, what you do? I see you everywhere. None. I mean, I ain't had no support system. I can't tell people, oh, I do music. And they be like, well, where your final product at? Or where this at? Take me 6 months to get a project together on my own. Whereas if I had a manager, it might take me 2 or 3 months, So it is what it is.
And how'd you feel as a manager?
Oh, as a manager, based on
talk about that experience.
I mean, when I'm Otis, and then I come across like David Ruffins, well, they pretend to be other people in the Temptation groups, and then they turn out to be a David Ruffin. I'm like, bro, my name was ringing bells like Christmas. Like even when I wasn't managing and somebody called me and said, hey, I can't get to this event, I sent an email or a text and got you where you need to go. So it's like, don't think you're going to outdo me. Let's just work together. Because I think it's like, don't bite the hand that feeds you, but I may not be feeding you, but I'm showing you what store to go to. And tell them I sent you, right? You know what I mean? Like your mama sent you with
telling you what to avoid too.
Yeah, and then don't
what
be
traffic to avoid.
As a manager, when an artist I'm dealing with or talking to, and educating them on certain things and telling them, let's go with the sister markets. Like we don't have to go after the big radio stations. Let's go after the small radio stations and get in there and get those plays right in the smaller markets, so you get more numbers. So therefore, when the ladies start looking around, it's like, oh, why you hot in this area? And then people start calling you out there to do shows, or you contact the local media people who doing the blogs and the radio, and you're like, hey, I'm be in your area. Can I, I'm getting spins already on this station. Can you interview me? Can you do this? Whatever. You gotta put these bugs in these people's ears, and then if you say there's one, say every sister station outside of Atlanta over 100 miles, you go to all those areas once a month. You're going to get more and go do a full weekend of PR work or whatever. Make appearances, pop up at places, shake some hands or whatever. Get some interviews. And then, you paying for a promotion. Take your monthly budget and pay that one station to promote your music. Guarantee somebody going to hear it, right? And then you go to the next area outside Atlanta. You hit all 6 of those areas in 6 months. You got rotation. You got a buzz. Somebody can Google you, find you on those blog sites, on those other radio stations that's people doing podcasts and stuff like that. And then you circle around and say, hey, look, they played my track here, here, and here. Now, what it take for me to get on your station? Or can I enter a competition? What it costs? Because you done did the footwork. You'll know if your song trash if the people on the outskirts ain't rocking with it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because they following the wave. So if you creating a wave and you get blocked on the outskirts, don't go spending your money in Atlanta to play your music on the mainstream if you ain't test marketed yet. So, that's
the best market. The outskirts is the best market because they got the most time because it's less than for them to do. So they always listen to the radio station. So it's always the best market to attack. A lot of people attack those markets.
But if I get back into management, I want somebody who got some spare money. Like, stop drinking liquor, stop smoking weed. Like, take some time off. You know what I mean? Like, go stack that money up. Don't go trick off and then claim you ain't got no money for a recording session. Like, don't go out and buy lavish things. Like, buy stuff that when you perform is there. You don't have to look like that every day because everybody not seeing you. You got to take them grind days, and then you got to understand the shine days. Like, that's just what it is. But Reddy,
you're right.
I appreciate you rocking with us here at LAWDIWOOD. We'll discuss the topic for next week. But as far as management, it's ups and downs and like hidden pieces to that. But like you said last week, do your research. You got to believe, the manager got to believe in you. Like, you got to trust them with your livelihood because hey, you gotta make sure you're not getting backdoored. But at the end of the day, if
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got nothing, see what it is before you say no.
For sure.
Yeah, but no, definitely. I mean, I don't want to go back in hands of time. I'm cool where I'm at. The management ain't what it is. But then when you go on the internet and be like, man, how I become a verified artist and all I did was give a hot 16? Like, come on, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I featured with people and then folks were like, oh, who's that girl? They removed me because they removed me off their track, Reddy. So nobody keep asking.
Nah, it happens.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I know you got some things you gotta take care of, whatever.
All right, yeah. Next week, I want to talk about why we failed as far as the KQ Records. Why we failed. That's gonna be the topic for next week.
Brother, we prefer.
Nah, save it for next week. Save it for next week. We're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna play some of the old. We're gonna play 3 songs from the old times.
Write down the list, Reddy. Write down the list. We've done so much. Like,
yeah. We can go through the history.
Man, let me not get into that. Be on here a whole nother 15 minutes, bro. I'm
we had the plan too, but we'll go through the history. Yeah. Next week we'll go through the history.
Bad boy, babe, bad boy.
Take that.
Make it a bed. All I asked was some chicken wings. I want some chicken.
All you had to do was go to the mall and pass out flyers.
That was too good, man.
Yeah, right, we'll talk about it next week.
With you today. I'm done.
All right, y'all. Shout out to LAWDIWOOD. Bankful. Be thankful. Be thankful for a bankful. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LAWDIWOOD. It's Reddy Review, ReddyBeats. You know what I'm saying? Next week, new topic. We gotta get at them. Take that.
This is Xora Lou, the Comedy Vixen. Peace.